Welcome to my live stream. It's to celebrate 200 subscribers. I've only been on YouTube as a new content creator for 6.5 weeks, something like that. But anyways, I decided to go live. But let me tell you, one of the things about my channel, if you don't know me already, is that I am the lowest tech person. Oh, so you know what I should ask whoever's live on the chat? I don't know if it's you, Start Here, Tashmir. Can you go ahead and just put something in the chat so I know that, can you hear me? For one thing. And that way I can just make sure that I've actually got sound. Hello to anyone who's here live in the live with me. I see that there's two of you on here. If either of you can just put something in the chat so I can know that you can hear me. Can you hear me? I'm hoping you can hear me. And that would help. Then I just know that chat is working, sound is working, we're all copacetic. I can't believe the journey it took. So, oh, 3 people live. Can you guys tell me if you can hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, yay. Thank you, Draven. Thank you so much for kicking things off. That's awesome. I wanted to thank Doran for reminding me and Start Here, Tashmir, that I have reached 200 subscribers. Oh my goodness. Denise, that's awesome. Hey, I just want to give a shout out to the person in the chat is my soul line dance teacher from Washington, D.C. Okay, thank you, Denise. Hey. Oh, I'm so glad you came on. Thank you so much. Actually, Denise, what I'm doing is it's a YouTube live to help out my fellow content creators, but I know you'd probably be into this as well, is I'm I'm not only doing line dance videos, I'm also looking into seeing how I can monetize my YouTube channel, whether it's line dance or this, as a way to have extra money so we can go to all these line dance conferences. Oh, thank you. Denise is saying to me I look great. So Draven, meet Denise. Draven is a fellow new YouTube content creator, and Denise is my awesome soul line dance teacher. Yay, thank you so much. We're gonna have to go live one day, Denise, because I'm just learning all this technology and I can get one guest on here, so another time we'll have to do that. Okay, this is my 200 celebration hat, but what I promised to anyone who comes in live is that I would do an unboxing video, because to celebrate, I've got some tech gear. Now, normally I don't buy too much tech stuff, because one, I'm not techie. I'm really not that techie. But also, like, once you get going, there's just so much stuff that you can end up buying. So what I did is at work, they had a sale on some stuff. So you guys are here for the unboxing. But Denise, because you're here, and Draven, let's kick things off with an advent calendar. I see that there's 7 people here live in the chat. Welcome to my 200 subscriber celebration. So what I thought I'd kick things off with is, hang on here. Where's number 1? Sorry guys, old eyes. Let me just see where number 1 is. Do you know what? Would you really care if I opened number 2? Seeing as these are old eyes, I'm just gonna open. Shoot, where's number 1, you guys? So anyways, this advent calendar, I love the idea of an advent calendar. We're gonna cheat. We're gonna open number 2. So I decided to treat myself to an advent calendar, and I thought I'd buy Lindt chocolate. Yay! This is what we got today. If I find one, then we'll open it up as well. All right. So that's our advent treat. Oh, but unboxing. Do you know what happened is hang on one second. I originally went to work, and Denise, I'm working at it's like the equivalent of a Home Depot. It's Canadian Tire here in Vancouver. I'm still doing gardening for a living. And, you know, as a new YouTube content creator, there are all these people that seem to be YouTubing in their car. So Denise, there's a whole bunch of stuff I got to catch you up on, but I've only been doing, you've probably seen me over the last 10 years. I've had like soul line dance videos and all of this, but this is a new channel specifically for content creation. So let's open this up. How exciting. It's early Christmas for my 200 subscriber celebration. And by the way, if any of you are subscribers to my channel, thank you. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much it means to me that you guys are out there commenting and giving me such lovely support. Draven, are you working today? Ooh, okay. So it says that this is a smartphone mount. Draven, I don't even know. Do you have one of these official? Apparently this is a 3-in-1 gooseneck smartphone mount. So this allows you to, I think, stick it to your windshield, stick it to your air vent. So Denise, there's this whole sort of YouTube content creator thing for people over 50, where they're just talking away, talking about life and all of this. And actually, if you ever thought about doing a channel, I'm sure it would be interesting. Your story is very interesting about, I can't remember if you quit your job or if you got laid off. So for those of you that are on the chat and don't know me, my name is Adrienne. I'm a line dancer, and for over 20 years I lived in Washington, D.C. And Denise, who's on the chat today, was one of my soul line dance teachers. And when I was in between jobs, I was able to do a lot of soul line dancing, and Denise was so supportive and so awesome, because at that time I didn't have a lot of experience as a line dance instructor. So Denise would let me share dances that I had learned in the country community with her soul community. So Denise, thank you. We had such good times, but I appreciate you helping me as a new line dance instructor. And by the way, Denise, I don't even know if you know, but after COVID, I ended up getting a gig at a it's a nightclub. It's literally a nightclub, and it's a small nightclub that was an old blues bar, and it's country only. Oh my gosh. Denise just wrote, been teaching now for 20 years, just turned 70. No way. No way. I'm going to have to dig up those videos. Okay, you guys, if you follow my channel, I'm going to have to post some videos because I didn't get up all the videos from my last visit to Washington, D.C. There is no way, Denise. Oh my God. Amazing. So Denise just turned 70, which I can't believe because she's fit, looks awesome. Holy schmoly. 70 is the new 50. Okay, as we continue our unboxing, do you know what? I had bought a selfie stick at one time, and then Norm just thought that was ridiculous, and then he immediately broke it within 5 minutes, and I haven't bought a selfie stick since. So I bought a selfie stick. But then when I was in this same section, they had so much on sale that this says it's a Bluetooth-enabled smartphone selfie stick with integrated tripod. So I won't take the time to set it up now, but yeah, if you notice that I'm out and about and get fancy, hello. Because you know what happens sometimes? I want to film myself at work and no one's around, and I don't want to put my cell phone on the ground. So I think I might be able to do this. And Denise, I'm thinking this will be awesome for soul line dance videos too, right? That you can just have it on the go. All right. Okay, let's see. This one is a webcast phone holder. This probably isn't as necessary. It's just that when I'm trying to YouTube at home, I just have to put my phone on book. So I think that's a bit, so I'm going professional. Gift to myself is, oh, thank you for who's ever sending those Tashmir, is that you on the line sending me little celebratory, or is that you, Draven, sending me little boobs, celebratory boobs? Thank you so much. I have got here, it's called a power bank with built-in cables and LED flashlight. I have no idea what this does, except I think it's going to help me when I'm traveling and on the road. But also, weirdly enough, when I'm DJing, I need a little flashlight to see the keyboard. So I'm thinking power bank slash flashlight. So we'll open up this another time. But you know what's really exciting? Hang on, you guys. So for those of you that just joined the chat, feel free to let me know where you're coming in from. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. I'm a new YouTuber, and I'm also a line dancer. So that's what you'll find on my channel. So hang on one second, because this is very exciting for anyone that's grown up in Vancouver. Hang on. Okay, well, first we'll start with the easy stuff. The other thing about me is that I'm a total stationary geek. So if North Pole Alaska sees this, she'll like this because she's into like pens and stuff like this. This is a 1.5 millimeter pen, so it writes super thick, Faber-Castell. I treated myself. And then this one is gold, and this one is silver. So if I actually get my acting gear and write out cards, then these are my treats. So for those of you that just joined the live, feel free to say where you're coming in from. Draven's coming in from Akron, Ohio. Denise, my soul line dance teacher, is coming in from Bowie, Maryland. But this is the other exciting treat, is we have an old-fashioned Vancouver bakery that was shut down, and it's called Bontons, and it's been around for years. But what happened is they closed down recently. Their store, I think, was under redevelopment. The owner is closed. And thank you for whoever's booping me with the celebratory, what do you call that? Not an acorn, but whatever that celebration thing is. Okay, check this out. Ooh. This is called a Japanese, they literally call it the Japanese pastry. I don't know why, but it's got this beautiful chocolate filling, and look at that, almonds. Oh, so good. And then this one is a beautiful Florentine. So that's what I'll be using to celebrate my 200 subscribers. Oh, confetti. Thank you, Draven, that it's confetti. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So for those of you that joined the live, I will be accepting these treats on your behalf. My husband and I will eat them tonight. But I do have a quick story because Denise is on the line. Denise, I often tell this story about you. I said, you know, your family when so what happens in the wintertime with gardeners, I'm also a gardener by trade. That is my 9-to-5 job. My side hustle is that I'm a line dance instructor and DJ. And then also now wanting to be a YouTuber so that I can keep visiting. Let's see, the last time I was in Washington was in the spring of this year. And Denise, by the way, the American dollar is horrible, so I don't think I'll be making it to the UC Star Awards this year. But I got to see if I can make it to that other event in California, DAR's event. Are you going to that? So anyways, my Denise story is that, like in the wintertime, I kind of chunk up because I'm not active as much. And I remember I hadn't seen Denise for a while. And I remember, Denise, you were like, girl, you've got a little junk in your trunk. And I thought, that's family. When your Auntie Denise says to you, chunking up a little bit, but love ya. Okay, so for those of you that just joined the live stream, I'm Adrienne, and I am a new YouTuber. I've been on here for 6.5 weeks, and I just wanted to thank each and every one of you who's subscribed to my channel. If you're not subscribed to my channel, what's up? Please subscribe. It's a channel that's kind of different than your big YouTubers like Think Media and Colin and Samir. We are small, and I'm trying to collect a community of small creators who are wanting to support one another and experiment. Thank you for my confetti, Draven. And, you know, one of the things that's been cool, like Draven, who's in the chat as Live in Your Truth DoorDash community, Draven's been amazing because Draven, you're catching up. I think, I don't know if you hit 100 or about to be at 100, but that's very exciting because, you know, you haven't been on that long on here either. But Draven, what is amazing is that you are allowed to go live on YouTube once you have 50 subscribers. And you know, there's different bells and whistles on YouTube, and you're going to discover what works for you. And a lot of people aren't in a rush to get monetized, but let me tell you this is in that rush to get monetized, people are doing crazy things. There's things called sub for sub. Thank you for the hearts. That's got to be Tashmir. Unless it's you, Draven, thank you. Is in the rush to get monetized, some people are doing what are called sub for sub. So they'll go to a popular YouTuber, and it could even be something in the small content community, and they'll say, new subscriber here, let's all vibe together or something. That's kind of code for let's sub for sub. What I mean by that is where you don't even look at their channel, you just go boop, subscribe, boop, subscribe. So this is an effort to get a lot of subscribers fast. You can do that. I don't know to what end, because it's a lot of work going sub for sub. So on my channel, if you follow me and then you start to see the community around us, we're going slow. But I think the slow is going to end up being amazing, because what we're doing is we're creating a group of content creators that are there for one another. And when I say there's lots of bells and whistles on YouTube, you can use long form video, you can use shorts, but let's talk about live for a second, because live is one of the fastest roads to monetization. And I'm going to share you some of my stats so that you can decide if live is something that's going to work for you. I was on, let me see whose channel it was. It was, I think it was at Real Life with Ray. And she was like saying, do this now, like get your watch time hours faster, but she has still not gone live. And then when I wrote something in her comment, I mean, I didn't want to be like that spammy guy that's reaching all of us and going, hey, I can improve your channel. So I tried to do it diplomatically, where it's like, have you gone live yet? And then she wrote me back to say that she didn't think she was eligible or something like that. So I'm here to tell Ray, as well as anyone else, that if you're wondering if you can go live, you only need 50 subs. And why this is important is because there's some people that are just awesome on live. So I'm going to start with Draven, because Draven, you know, has been doing all sorts of videos. He's been putting in the time, putting in the work. He went live, and then that's it. That was his jam. That was his groove. And I think live allows you, for some people who have the right personality, live is awesome. And I think how it worked for Draven is that he's just got a natural cadence to his voice, and it so works. Draven, do you want to write in the chat other people who you think are awesome live? I mean, Tashmir, of course. I love Tash live. There was also a fellow new YouTuber called At My Mind Games. That's spelled MYMYND Games. And I think his name is Todd. He just went live, I don't know if it's a week or so ago. Oh, and Anthony My Time, hey, there's another person that's great with lives. Anthony, we're just going over, I'm celebrating 200 subs, but I'm just talking about the value of going live, and some of the people who I think have taken to it very, see you, Denise. I think some of the people who've taken to live just beautifully. Draven is just a natural. My Mind Games is crazy. You know, when you look at his thumbnail, he looks like, I don't know if you want to say bitchy resting face, but he looks a bit scary and threatening. All my love to him. But when Todd went live, the beauty of his personality and his most loving self has just come through YouTube. And so when I say certain people are meant for certain forms, some people are meant to be live, some people aren't. If you're the type of person that finds it difficult to talk to a blank screen, or you find it hard to talk on and on, then it may not be your format. Like if you've ever seen Anthony My Time's long form videos, as well as the lives, Anthony's got just such a beautiful way of thinking about things and talking about them, and it just feels like it's your, like, favorite uncle just telling you to, like, get it together. So lives, I think, thank you for all the hearts coming out. I think live offers people the most honest, authentic way of showing who you are. And as an example, when you watch Riva Reveals, when you watch her channel, her long form videos are edited, they're excellent, they're technically awesome. But when you watch her on live, she's on point, but then you hear her laugh, and then you get to see someone being real. So I think that's what's really awesome about lives, is that they have a chance to show your most authentic self. The other thing, so if you aren't live yet, I'm just going to go over here. I'm just going to pull up on my channel a great reason to go live. And I owe a video to Sharika Skates, because I was explaining. So Sharika also went live, and she's a natural. So if you don't know her channel yet, Sharika Skates is like, she had a challenge when she first started to roller skate every day, and that's like tough, because she either had to roller skate in her kitchen, at her school, but she kept at it, and now she's in Vlogvember. And for those of us that have tried vlogging every day, I think it's hard, but I've given up on my Vlogvember. I didn't find the stats were great, but I'm still trying to, like, post every day. So you can also adapt Vlogmas or Vlogvember. It doesn't have to be all about your life. You can also vlog. But let me just get into the analytics. So I'm just going to lift you guys up, take you with me, and I'm going to flip my screen around to show you how you can do this with your analytics. But I'm going to share you about why you should go live. So here it is. Here's my screen. There's probably a way to screencast, but you go down to your analytics and you click on advanced mode. I hope you can see that. And then what you can do is, it says here, view by content. I'm going to look at watch time hours. Okay. Now I'm going to flip this around and I'm going to read to you, so it'll be easier. I'm going to go over, like, everyone's like, go live, you can get a bunch of watch hours. I think what you have to be careful about is, if you're going live just to go live, just to attract a bunch of, like, watch hours, it could get dangerous, because your channel could become potentially boring if all you're doing is just like, wah, wah, wah. So what I mean by that is, try to make your lives meaningful. Try to, like, keep bullet points. Now, here's what happens with me, and it also happens with me and Tashmir, is, like, I write all these notes and then I get distracted as soon as all of you get on. But what I really wanted to share, which is exciting, is, so just to quickly explain what going live means, is, here's a quick example. You have one person, and thank you, Draven. Draven at one time came live with me, and he was the only person on with me in Vegas. Thank you, Draven. But because Draven stayed on for 1 hour, and I think that live might have been, an hour and a half. I'll have to see if I can find this. I think it was, oh, here it is. It was one called, I think it's the one called Viva Las Vegas. And it only has 38 views, but Draven came on, a bunch of people came in and out, but I'm going to explain the easiest math of it, and why people are saying going live is awesome. You get a double bonus when you go live. So the minute that you go live, so here's the math. If Draven stayed on with me for 1 hour, then, and he's my only guy, I get 1 hour of watch time. But if a second person comes along, same live, we get 2 hours of watch time. 10 people on that live, 10 hours of watch time. Now, say Tashmir comes in and then she goes and like, she only stays for half an hour, then she goes and does her dishes, and then she comes back. Only the time that she spends on the live is what you get credit for. But I know for me and Tashmir, we've kept saying we've got to wrap this, live up, and then poor Draven's still on there. Is it'll be 30 minutes, and then we've ended up easily going for 2 hours. Now, here's the other thing I forgot to mention is King Explicit did something very exciting. So go visit his channel. He got, I don't know what software, Draven, do you know what software he was using? But he went live with, I'm trying to think how many people. Draven, do you remember how many people you went live with? So I fully appreciate that in our little new content creator community, people are like experimenting and doing cool things. Auntie Riva Reveals just went live with, oh, I can't remember her name. But anyways, I'll look that up because she went live with, I want to say Millionaire Mom or something like that is her name. If anyone knows, please put it in the chat. Okay, so Draven is hello, Glam Life with Stacy. Okay, I just got to pause for a second. Glam Life with Stacy, thank you so much for joining us because I want to give you a shout out. I don't know a lot about Glam Life with Stacy. I was subscribed to her before, but Riva Reveals often gives her a shout out. So Glam Life with Stacy, hey everyone, we have to give a shout out and we'll have to find out what happened. But Glam Life with Stacy, I'm assuming, Stacy, that this was a restream. I don't know how restreaming works. And I don't know what the watch hours or if you're monetized, but Stacy, drum roll for everyone, did a stream of something called Most Insane Circus Act. And if you actually looked at the visuals, hi, Dabby Bug. Glam Life with Stacy's, like it was like an 11-hour plus video that ran, and I don't know the technical behind it. Hey, I'm Todd from Mind Games. Is that Glam Life with Stacy's views were 957,000 views in only like a couple days or so. So, Stacy, I won't hold you to it right now, but we would love, I know I would love to see some sort of video with you talking about like what it is that you did. Is it a restream? Are you monetized? How much, like what were the numbers behind that? Was it worth doing? All that kind of thing. We'd love to know, because if it helps us get our watch hours, we'd love to know. Debbie Bug, I don't know a lot about you, but I know that you frequently show up on Auntie Riva's live, so I can't wait to dig into your channel. And Todd from Mind Games has been experimenting with doing this really cool thing where he's live watching a live. So I can't wait to see what that's all about. But Todd with Mind Games, I cannot wait. We should go live together. So I'm just going to pause to explain. If anyone hasn't gone live together, you can go live together with someone that doesn't even have 50 subscribers. But once you're 50 subscribers in, like you'll go, oh, I've got 50 subscribers. Push the button to like get YouTube. There's things that you have to do to like get approved for it. It doesn't take very long, but it does take a few days. And also it takes a little bit longer because YouTube wants to verify that your subscribers are true subscribers and that you're not messing around. So those 50 to YouTube, there will be a slight delay. And then a couple days later, it'll catch up and understand that those are 50. In your dashboard, it'll say 50. But in YouTube land, they're like, we're going to make sure those are real people and not bots and all of that. So just be patient. If you reach 50 subscribers and then push. Yes, Dabby Bug, by the way, yes, 11 11 hours, 957,000 for Glam Life with Stacy's accomplishment. We all want to know. We all want to know what's up with that. How do you do it? Does it help your channel? All those kinds of things. So yes, congratulations to Glam Life with Stacy. I mean, whatever you did is amazing, and we all want to learn from it. Oh, okay. So Glam Life with Stacy's just sharing in the chat. Yes, it was a restream. The key is to use your own content. So Stacy, how many minutes was that content, by the way? And then she put, and have it play for the 11 hours. I wanted to get my makeup and travel videos out there, and it's a good way to get yourself out there. So Glam Life with Stacy, I think your content was mesmerizing. I think that's why, like, it's universal. Everyone loves to see like circusy acts, and the way you so that's so good to know that that was original content of yours. But please, 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 please do a how-to video. We all want to know how to restream, all the technology behind it, and it'd be too much for you to like type it out. So please, please, like, do something up that talks about that and celebrate. Like, put up a short saying, I got 1 million. Well, I guess it's on its way to 1 million views if it isn't already, but that's just amazing. And how just cool. So Glam Life with Stacy said it helped with a lot of hours and subscribers. I really didn't expect for them to blow up like that. So Stacy, we would love to see your analytics, because I'm sure it's got to be beyond your subscribers. It's got to be people looking just in live and all of that kind of thing. So that's just congratulations. I mean, that's huge. And by the way, not all of us have talked about this that much, but you can also get monetized if your shorts reach that kind of virality. However, not a lot of us are talking about getting monetization through shorts, because it's very, very hard to do what Stacy managed to somehow do. So I'm sure once she goes back, she can see if it's replicatable, but at least to be able to just celebrate it. And, you know, I myself have had a viral video, and I don't even know how it happened exactly, except that in my case, it was completely because the content was magical. And people just shared it on its own. So the content that I'm talking about is on my Line Dance channel, or excuse me, it's not even on my Line Dance channel. It's so old. It might be over 10 years ago when I first started on YouTube. I volunteered to tape my line dance group, and then I ended up taping a community event. And the one thing I do remember about this, and Draven, I'm gonna just nudge you slightly, but this is also, it's Dina. If you see this on the Restream, Dina, is as we level up, and believe me, my next thing is, I don't see, look, no microphone. I got to level up on my microphone. Is lighting. Is we all love each other, but at some point, once we're getting the larger YouTube world out there to love us too, it helps that the lighting is good. So on my particular viral video, I made sure, because often in line dance environments, the lighting is quite low, but this was for a sort of a special, people were demonstrating something. So I had to get over my shyness to say, can someone please turn up the lights? Is that okay? And I'm so glad I did, because this video, which is not monetized, because by the way, when you use copyrighted music, it is not monetized. But bigger than that, I'm happy that so many people around the world love this video. They've shared this beginner dance around the world, and it's from one of my favorite soul line dance choreographers out in Philadelphia, Bernadette Burnett. She wasn't even there that night. This video has now generated over time 3 million views. So I would say my takeaway from this, and I can't wait, Stacy, to hear from you later with your videos, or to put out a video to find out how you did it, or if you can like go backwards and figure out what you think might be how you made that happen. Is, I know for me, it's, you can't always control like the universe in terms of how videos are going to hit. You often see that when people take pictures of their like dog, cat, cute kid. But what you can do is prepare yourself for the moment and have like good lighting, camera, microphone. And the more we keep practicing, guys, I think then we're just ready for when those magical moments happen. And I'm just going to stop for a second to join the chat. And that Glam Life with Stacy said she used Restream. And Dabby Bug's going to check that out. So thank you so much, because I just can't wait to see. You know, Restream is a funny thing because I think there's a way to use it correctly, and then there's some people that are using Restream in a bad way. So what I mean by that is, and I don't know if you guys have seen this, there's like, for one thing, I know you can't use Restream and restream other people's content. Brr. I hear that's a huge no-no. So as an example, for a while there, but it doesn't seem to be on lately, people were restreaming like this weird, like octopus content. And it's like they took somebody else's like National Geographic octopus content and then just restreamed it. And I know that will immediately get like a red flag with YouTube and you'll be demonetized. So we can't wait to hear, Stacy, how you've done it. And then I think in Riva Reveal's latest live, and if anyone can drop in the chat, I can't remember her guest name. I've only seen part one of the stream that they did together, and I haven't seen part two. But part two, it looks like they were going to start to talk about, I think whoever that was, Millionaire Mom, was starting to talk about Restream. So I think Restream might be a possibility for us to possibly gain watch hours. So what I was mentioning about the live, I don't think I gave you guys my stats. So let me just, hang on one second. Let me just pull this up. Is on my Restream, which went an hour and 50 minutes. And I think, so as I mentioned again, you get the views as the live's going on, and then you get the views afterwards. So it says 22 views, but check this out. My watch time was 9 hours. So now I've already got 9 hours towards monetization. But what I put in the title of my video is, sometimes maybe live might not be for you, but maybe you have a special interest. It could be gardening, it could be fitness. So as an example, I just uploaded, you guys have been seeing, I was recently in Las Vegas and I uploaded some videos. And this one, it's not even that old. I think it's only a week or so old. It's called, it's the one called Made for Dancing. It does have 1,400 views. It's only probably a 3 or 4 minute video. But what's happened is, check this out. Ready? And this is only a week or so. 32 watch hours. That's from a long form content video. So the caveat on this 3 minute video is that it does have music on it. Is that good or bad? Because I know people are scared about the music. So let's be straight about this. Lives don't have any music, don't have any television show playing in the background, don't have anybody else's YouTube audio playing in the background. Those all flag YouTube. You even don't want any elevator music. So as an example, I was so excited that I went live at Gillies, and thank you for all the hearts and confetti, everyone. So I was live at Gillies, and I was just so excited that I just like turned on my camera. And what happens with music, but especially on lives, and this pisses YouTube off, is they immediately shut down your live stream. And this can happen with anything in the background that's music. It's different for videos, and I'll explain that in a second. But if you go live and there's music, so say you're at a football game and there's like music, or a hockey game and there's music that comes on, and you're going live, it's gonna immediately shut you down. And the reason that they shut you down immediately is because I think YouTube just can't, their algorithm or everything can't work fast enough to like do content ID. And it's kind of imperfect with the music matches. So here's what happened to my live is they don't shut your channel down, but what they do is they give you a very polite, it's not even a copyright strike. And if, in case anyone doesn't know about copyright strikes, you're only allowed, I think it is 3 copyright strikes, and then you're out of here. If it's a more egregious breach, then I think they might take your channel down right away. But with music, and in this case with the live, they were very polite about it. You get what's called a content claim. It's not a bad thing. It's not like a copyright strike. A content claim simply means that if you're a monetized channel, it just means that all those funds for that music then get diverted to the original creator. So the original creator is the person that performed it, could be the songwriter. There's a bunch of agencies with music that deserve the money against that video. If you're dancing, same thing. All that money, you don't even share in that. It just goes to the music companies. So in my case, right now, in the next little while, I'm consciously choosing to help monetize this channel and also to share with you guys my love of dance is to get my watch hours. I'm going to load up line dance videos. But just know in full transparency that once I do get monetized is those videos I can't earn any money from. So as an example, my line dance channel, which you'll find in my profile page, it is fully monetized. I have just not spent any time against making money on doing anything but those types of videos. I have a full-time job, I have a side gig, but as I work towards partially retiring, both that channel, which is going to be pure line dance, and then this channel is going to be a mixture of lifestyle, line dance, everything else that's non-line dance, and YouTube. And it's going to be a kind of behind the scenes look on how we can all work towards getting monetized. Now I'm going to quickly just catch up to the chat, and then I'm going to give you some cool other stats here. So let's see. Debbie Bug. Okay. Glam Life with Stacy is saying that's the wrong thing to do. Never use other people's contents. And that is when you're doing the restream. So for those of you that are just joining us in the live, besides celebrating my 200 subs, we're celebrating that Stacy got 957,000 views on her. So go check out her channel because that's just cool, and I'm hoping she'll share more information. Glam Life with Stacy was saying that check out Auntie Riva's live because her guest, who we can't remember her name, was saying that it's okay to restream. You can also add your playlist to get it out there. And Dabby Bug wants to know, oh, can you create looped ASMR for the evening? So, you know, the other thing too, and hopefully I'll put out a videos. I went to ChatGPT. I know you can't always trust ChatGPT, but ChatGPT, I think I asked this question about restreaming and monetization with YouTube, and they just said, as long as it doesn't look like you're gaming the system and there's, you know, that you're interacting with your content or something like that, that as long as it's legitimate content that people find interesting, then by all means, go ahead and use restreaming. There's another thing that I want to mention that Tashmir has played around with. I haven't done it, but Start Here Tashmir there's a little function that says premiere. That's it. So instead of going live, and this is also an option for those of you that are shy, is you can set any of your long form videos, not just to be long form video. You can say long form video premiere. And this is what's cool because it's not really explained very well by anyone. And she discovered this because she follows that guy. He's a behavioralist, Scott Rouse. And what that premiere allows you to do is your video plays, but then you can be in the chat live responding to people. So the only weakness is that in your video, you can't respond to the chat. But sometimes like now, for example, I'm just talking away and I can't always keep up with the chat. So think about trying that, because that is just really cool that on premieres, you can put the restream function. So I'm just catching up with the chat. Debbie Bug says, awesome. Restream has more options for me than StreamYard. I don't know what TYSM means. I'm too old. Glam Life with Stacy. I'm going to check it out. Tashmir, start here. Tashmir is here. Night crawling. Thank you, Tashmir. Oh, we have such a beautiful chat, Tash. I don't know if you've just joined us. Debbie Bug says hi. Everyone's shouting out each other. Draven, thank you, everyone. Start here, Tashmir. 6 in chat. And yes. Oh, start here, Tashmir. I've heard start here, Tashmir use this expression before. She put 6 in chat and 3 likes. 3 peeps haven't left their DNA on the like button yet. So if you're in the chat and you want others to know you're here so that they'll come check out your channel, feel free to leave your DNA on the chat by letting us know where you're reporting in from. Heart boop me, just wear out that button. I love heart boops. And by the way, if you're wondering about community interaction, like when I go visit someone live, I'm like heart booping, happy booping, doing all of that because interestingly enough, in your analytics, it tracks the heart boops and interaction. So I think it probably helps us all in the end, maybe pushing it up the YouTube chain. So if you're enjoying my live, if you're enjoying anyone else's live, just like boop away, because I think it does help our fellow content creators. And for those of you that are just joining us live, I just want to give some shout outs. Can we really celebrate enough? I don't think so. I've been on this YouTube channel only for 6.5 weeks. I am 1 day further than start here, Tashmir. And then she passed me. Tashmir, what are you at? 225 subs or something like that? And then let's give a shout out to Glam Life with Stacy, who got 957,000 views. Let's give a shout out to Draven, who is on his way to 100 subs, and he remembered when Tashmir was his only sub, and is just rocketing. And Tashmir, I don't know if you caught, Draven was on live with, like, he's just like too famous for us now. He was on live with King Explicit and a bunch of other people. But Draven, I really like, if you haven't seen this already, Draven had on his live, it was hilarious. It was just a really quick live of him trying to get into the live. And they're like, I think King Explicit says something like, you just have to push the button or something like that. It was hilarious because I thought, yeah, I'm technically a little bit like, here's full confession. I set up this live. I've gone live before. It's been super simple because I just did it the low tech way. I was just like, boop, 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 live. Then I was like, I better like get with it at 200 subs. So I set up to the tags. I did all this stuff. And then I had it scheduled and then I couldn't figure out how to get back into it. So if I can rewind what I did to get back into it, then I'll figure it out. Thank you. Debbie Bug says 200 subs is amazing. Sunflower, congratulations. And you know what? I was thinking, and this might help you guys as well, is I was listening to somebody's YouTube and they were talking about how there's so much emphasis on subs and monetization when actually if we dial it sort of back and focus instead on our content and getting technically more proficient, the watch hours and the subs will take care of themselves. I know that sounds really obvious, but I'm gonna have to work on it. I know that thumbnails are something that I'm working on. I'm also working on playlists. There's a lot of things I have to work on because I YouTube on my 2 phones, as in like I always have a spare my old phone around just in case my camera gets full up. And I think you guys all know what that's like. I also YouTube on my iPad. How often do I check the desktop app? Very rarely. So for those of you that are new to YouTube, take a moment. I know we keep saying, keep posting, keep posting. But you know what? You may want to take a day off or so and just like get into your analytics, especially if you've now got some content happening. And that's what I've been just taking a few days. Go into the desktop version because there's a lot of cool stuff. Oh, which reminds me, I promised you guys some more stats. So here we go. For my line dance videos, so as a comparison, I went almost 2 hours on live and I got 9 watch hours. My line dance videos, hang on one second. This one was called Made for Dancing. It's now got 1,400 views. I think I uploaded it only a week or so ago. It's now got 32 watch hours. And let me just explain things too. Let me see if I can find my other phone here. It's a little deceiving in terms of your watch hours because when you look at the general YouTube app, so I'm going to see if I can find this to show you guys. And maybe everyone knows this already, but YouTube goes, hey, you're doing great. You've got this many watch hours. But the general cover, and let me see if it's in YouTube. Okay, let me flip this so you guys can see this. Okay, here is like my YouTube studio, and look at that. It's like, you've got this many views and you've got this many watch time hours. Not correct. These are watch time hours, but these are not the watch time hours towards monetization. So if you haven't clicked on this button yet, this one, it's magical. It says earn. So let me push that. That tells you the real deal. So what this is telling me, so shorts hours, by the way, do not count towards monetization the way you think it does. This is telling me I have 202 subscribers. It's saying I have 199 watch hours and that my shorts views are 12,000. Okay. So just you know, the one to sort of wear out, or as Tashmir says, is to put your DNA on, is don't look at the watch hours at the top of your YouTube studio page. Keep like wearing out that earn button. And what's a little misleading is you can get monetization at, I think it's like at 3,000. I just ignore shorts because that's like crazy. You have to get 3 million views. So once you reach your subscriber count at 500 and 3,000 watch hours, you get the ability to run watch page ads, short feed ads, and I think, I don't know, there's something else. I don't know if you get any of the membership things, but we're really all gunning for the big kahuna. Now, the other thing to think about that people have mentioned is there are other ways to get monetized. So I would encourage you to Google all of them, but a quick one is think about, I don't know what it takes to get the Amazon affiliate program, but Amazon is not the only affiliate program out there. So for those of you that are using vidIQ, TubeBuddy, or any of those things, look into if you can get an affiliate link. But be careful about the affiliate links in terms of following YouTube's rules for including those links. You have to disclose that, I believe. And I'm just going to quickly catch up on the chat start here. Tashmir was just talking about Scott Rouse, who's a behavioralist. And her actual secret about that, in case you've never heard Tashmir go on and on about Scott Rouse, is for those of us over 40, over 50 and can't get to sleep, it's always great to listen to podcasts. But Scott Rouse in particular, I listen to Alec Baldwin to fall asleep, but Scott Rouse is my new go-to. And by the way, Tashmir, I let Norm know, and then he's been using Scott Rouse as well. Oh, thank you so much, Tashmir. TYSM is thank you so much. Glam Life with Stacy. Also be clear in your descriptions that it is a pre-recording loop video. Ooh, as Auntie Riva would say, Glam Life with Stacy, that is a gem. Hello, the Supreme Reaction. Don't know you or your content, but YouTube showed me you. So, oh, so congrats. Okay, Supreme Reaction. I can't wait to catch up with your content. And by the way, you guys, I just figured this out. I would watch people's lives and then I'd see the comments and then not be able to see the chat. And what happens is the chat goes so quickly. I always want to be able to like check out all the cool people who comment. So I just figured it out. North Pole Alaska explained it to me once before, but here's what happens. When you're live, by the way, when you go live, make sure afterwards, I think YouTube defaults it to be like in private. So make sure immediately after you're live to make it public. And then what you'll notice is sometimes you can't access your chat immediately. It might be YouTube processing it, but in the where it says comments, there's two little dots. All you have to do is like just slide your finger over and then you can toggle between the comments and live. And this is not only on your chat, but other people's chat. So same thing, if you've just seen a sensational chat and you're like, I want to hook up with some of these people who are commenting, just slide. It may take an hour or so before you can slide, but it's pretty awesome. And that's the other thing too, is when you're commenting on people's videos, I know that some of the people that are complaining in our community about like, oh, my subscribers went down or I'm not, growing, is just, I'm finding with myself, just be yourself. Now, I happen to be a touch typist. So if you ever get me on your channel, you'd be like, I'll just be writing a whole bunch of stuff. But what I haven't figured out, but I'm sure it's not hard, is if you can't type, you can also do that little audio thing on your phone, and you could probably get it to go from like speech to text if you want to start commenting like faster. But what I was going to mention is the people that I'm finding the most enjoyable in our community, and I'm so glad because I think my 200 subscribers are pretty juicy, is I love growing slowly, because what happens is I'm able to just, like, the kind of people who are commenting are like really commenting. And so that's what I would recommend to you too, is rather like go deep rather than to go wide. So some people are like, oh my God, if I can get to like, 100 people today and like put like, hey, that life will be better. I think it's far better to just like listen to some people's content. And if you're touched by it, just like write a note about how it touched you. And what you'll often find, because this is what I do, I go to content creators channels who I admire, big, small, everywhere. I listen to the content, but I also then look at who's making interesting comments and I go, yeah, I want to connect with that person. Here's the other thing too. You may find that someone leaves a beautiful comment in your channel, but maybe their channel doesn't vibe with you. So, I'll go visit, but I may not subscribe, and that's perfectly okay. Now about the whole issue, because we only have so much time in our day of spending time on people's, listening to their content all the way through. Sometimes it's not always possible. So what I often say to people, if I'm genuinely interested, is I say, I'll circle back to your content. So I would say just interact with YouTube in an honest, authentic, gracious way, and you're going to be able to grow. Now, here's some content hacks or like things that I've been doing to help myself. Is I love to take a bath. So I've got my like burner phone, and you probably have some old phones in a drawer. Just dig those out, and then you can start like listening to people while you're taking a bath. Or, I've started to like just, if there's content I want to dig into, whether it's a live or a long video, I've started listening on the way to work. I've also started to listen to, and I think Draven, you probably do this, is I start to listen to people when I'm just in between stuff at work on my lunchtime, that kind of thing. So I think the thing too is, I think we all have to have lives, and there'll be times I can't get to all my comments, and I'm sure as all of us grow, you can't get to all your comments. So just chill. And I think one of the cool things that Start Here Tashmir established early on in our YouTube relationship is like, she was so good about like, I'd barely get something up and then boop, she'd be like commenting. But, Tashmir's got this terrific expression, life be lifing. And I think it's so true, is that we quickly learned, and this happens with my real family in real life, things come up. So try not to feel hurt if someone doesn't get to your live, they have to catch on the restream, or if someone doesn't comment right away. Just understand that we're all very busy. And I know that seems obvious, but even as adults, our feelings get hurt. Like, how come I'm not like the popular kid or whatever? But we all get very, very busy. And just know that, when people can get to you, they'll get to you. The other thing too is, as you grow, you just can't keep up with everyone. So just do your best. And I'm just gonna get back to the stream. Let me see here. From the Supreme Reaction, thank you for the congrats. And there's some lovely Riva reveals. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if you're still on the stream, but Riva, I gave you some shout outs earlier in the day by saying like what lives are great for. And I feel like you're putting out such awesome technical content, but I think that your truest personality, and I love the way you laugh, comes across so beautifully in the lives. You're hilarious. And if you can, maybe you've already written this in the chat. The rest of us were trying to figure out what the name of your guest was. I've only made it partway through. And by the way, on Riva Reveals live that was just on, is, as a way to keep myself honest and listen to this, I started to do timestamps. So for those of you that don't know timestamps, I'll try to put out a video or just Google it. Timestamps are an awesome way to get Google and YouTube to find your content. But what I just did with Riva Reveals, and you could do this on anybody's live. Colin and Samir, as an example, say that some of their greatest supporters, as a courtesy, because they don't have time. And if you don't know Colin and Samir, by the way, go check them out. They have awesome technical, but also long form podcasts about some of the biggest, best creators, as well as YouTube and all of that. So if you're not familiar with them, check them out. But they don't even bother to timestamp their own videos, partly because they want people to watch all the way through. But they say some of their greatest supporters timestamp their videos for you. So with Auntie Riva's, I just went into the messages and I started timestamping her video for my own benefit, so that when I want to come back and like find a quick little bookmark of the content, I could. So I only got about halfway through. Start here, Tashmir. I'm just getting back to the chat. Says, how was your Thanksgiving? Start here, Tashmir is at just under 2:30. Glam Life with Stacy's. A shout out to Riva, and everyone's saying happy Thanksgiving. Dabby Bug is just commenting that Tash had 2:30 and then she went down to 2:28, and unsubbing hurts. And yeah, but you know what? I feel like sometimes with the unsubbing, so the nasty people out there are subbing and then they unsub. I don't know why they do that. It's just crazy. It's a little crazy game. And I love what's happening in the chat. So Riva Reveals, I think, called this so beautifully, is that she was talking about how YouTube, and I just got a stat about this. So let me see if I can find this, because this is pretty awesome, you guys. I'm trying to think, you know what? I saw this on a Colin and Samir live, and in fact, this was like 3 months ago. And so check this out. Is the video, I think, is called How YouTube Accidentally Beat Out Netflix to Become the Biggest Streamer in the World. So just think about this, is what they go on to explain in this video, and I'll try to get these links up. Please forgive me if it takes a few days, is that because my husband's going to be waiting with a lovely dinner, is that with YouTube, what happened that they explained is that in the Netflix earnings reports, they had shareholders asking Netflix about the potential competition from YouTube. How they answered it is that they felt that the quality of the content on Netflix is different. They do movies, they do high quality things. But if you look at our fellow YouTube people, and this is beyond the kind of dough dash we're putting on our, like, you know, we have low, we just have walk and talk videos, or we're in our car kind of things. There are some amazing YouTube content creators, if you haven't found them already, that have like millions of subscribers, or a million, and they're putting out, there's a whole series of people that are just putting out share my day videos. They're faceless channels where they just create this beautiful content of, like, you see coffee being poured, and they're just like showing you delicious food and all that kind of thing. So I don't know if YouTube will ever exactly go head to head with Netflix, but what this news means for the rest of us is there's never been a time in history that we have free tools to get on YouTube. And what I appreciate about Auntie Riva, as an example, is you can follow the big guys like Think Media and other places like that. But there's a smaller group that are appealing to people over 40 and 50, also to small content creators that are explaining things specifically to us, but not only explaining things to us. The thing about Riva Reveals is you get a couple of levels of support. She will throw open a live. You can put something, a question, in her live chats. You can also just ask her any stuff, and she may actually, if she feels it's a good enough idea, put it out as content. So just like ask her questions. If you go to Rob the Maritimer, so if you haven't seen Rob the Maritimer, not shout out Canadian, I went on a live of his, and then there's all these people queued up, and then he just takes the questions one by one, and he just directly answered my question. And so he's an excellent, like, technical resource. And the thing is, you can watch YouTube videos like crazy, but at some point try to balance, the watching with, like, the doing. And that's what's hard, because I love to watch. Oh, okay, now I am just going to catch up with the chat. I'm here with Riva Reveals is saying she's watching before bed. What time is it back east? 6. Oh, Auntie Riva, it's getting late if you're going to get up at 3 or 5 in the in the morning. Riva Reveals says provide content and value. So what I appreciate about Riva Reveals is I like that. I'm not going to say you're, a hard as be whatever. No, 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 no. You're like my favorite auntie who's calling me to be better. And, I really appreciate Riva just wrote something, a nice comment in my Linettes videos, pushing me onwards, saying, like, I have for the past 10 years taken myself outside of my content and just posted other people dancing. And Riva very gently just offered me a suggestion to, like, hey, what about the you in the content? I thought that was so great. So it'll take me a bit to figure out how I'm going to do it. But her content is, or what she's talking about, is really relevant. So as an example, I used to write a gardening column, and I didn't include a lot of me in it. And the reason what Riva is saying is important is because if you don't put yourself or your stories in the content, someone can come along, spider your content, and then repurpose it. And it no longer is any more special than someone, like, putting something on Chat GPT. So just try to think about any time that you can add a personal anecdote to help get your point across, get the you in there. It's just going to make your content that much stronger. And the other thing is, I think what Riva has been recommending to all of us is, okay, we're all here, we're posting, but now let's start to technically get a little better. And it can be overwhelming. And I'm the most technically challenged person. but I'm forcing myself to try something new every day. And because I can just get like, "Wah," and then I just like don't do it at all. I'm trying to just do a little something and then just be like, I'm going to do that little something. So as an example, end screens where people, so this is about getting watch hours, is yeah, we can talk about live. Yes, we can talk about long form video, but what if you could get people like staying longer on your channel? So playlists, think about playlists, and then think about end cards. So as an example, on when your video plays at the end, you have the option to throw up an end card that it could be an end card that says go see this other video, or but more valuable, and I think Riva, you might have said this or I've seen this somewhere, is beyond a video you can also offer like a video and then a playlist. So as an example, I was so excited. I got to meet the Olympic champion breakdancer, not the Australian one. The male breakdancer actually comes from the streets of Vancouver, and I got to meet him on Friday. I wasn't even at a dance event. I was in an event to honor the best in architecture. This is through Norm. And then who like was a surprise guest speaker was Phil Wizard. And anyways, I just posted a video, I posted a short, but I had the option at the end to throw up an end card. So I threw up an end card of a hip hop dancer, and then I threw up an end card of the playlist. But YouTube gives you different options where you can also throw up like subscribe to your channel, but it's nice. You can cater it to every video. So I'm thinking that over time, that's going to help with my watch time. Now I'm just going to get back to the chat because here I am going on and on. Start here. Tashmir says that she shares things about her life, throws some inspiration in there, and also does daily affirmation via shorts. And what I think is good about this is shorts, having a monetized channel and having had shorts, everyone says different things about shorts. So you're going to have to figure out the right rhythm for your channel. Shorts don't necessarily make you a lot of money. However, and this is different for everyone's channel. And if you listen to Riva Reveals live, you will see that she talks about when it can sometimes work against you. And then her guest also talked about when it can be a bad thing as well. I look at it as a way to sort of like a trailer to get people to your channel. And there's different stats on how you can get subscribers from shorts, but I know that some people feel that short subscribers aren't necessarily the same quality subscribers. So I guess it depends, but I like it. And what I see that Tashmir is doing is Tashmir has been busy upgrading all her thumbnails, and she hasn't been able to post. So if you're too busy to post, 2 ways to stay in touch with your community is shorts, quick, fast. They also, as a new content creator, and the whole idea when you watch YouTube and you watch the head guys, they talk about how shorts is the quickest way for new YouTubers to get used to content creation. That means learning editing. That may be and by the way, if you haven't seen the way YouTube shorts, the editing function, it's awesome. You can also green screen. So as an example, just for fun, I wanted to understand how the green screen function works. Is that I did a green screen of a little clip from Auntie Riva Reveals, and I think Riva, I think my short might be outperforming your short. But anyways, what you'll get from my channel if you're not subscribed already or catching this on the, you'll see a bunch of like weird stuff, and you'll be like, what is her channel about? My channel is about line dancing. It's about wanting to get monetized so I can travel more. But at the same time, it's also a chance to like play and understand the technology. And so I've done some interesting, weird things, and I've done that intentionally so that you might be inspired by one of those things to be like, okay, I'm going to try this out. So what I appreciate is that the source really caught on to the dance challenge and is out there in Maui, dancing away. And I think that's cool because he would have had to have made a conscious decision about music and then dancing and being out there. So yeah, it's just there's just a bunch of different things. So as an example, you will find somewhere on my channel, it's I wanted to try because, oh, I can't remember his name. Silver Blues Retrocade, I think it is. Took the dance challenge and decided to do a lip sync video. So I thought, oh, that's cool. I want to do that. And then Tashmir had also been doing some lip sync videos, and I can't remember who did it first. So I thought I want to try this out. And then I can't remember, Tashmir used a certain cut of music, so then I riffed on that and took the same cut of music. If you see this video out of context, you'll be like, what is this girl doing? But what I ended up doing was, well, we've done different, if you go back and forth, I'll start here, Tashmir's channel and mine, you'll see the little like things going back and forth that no one would know what's happening. Is I taped one one thing in my bathtub because my husband was still in bed. It was super early, like Auntie Riva time, and so I had to do a silent sing along. So anyways, there's all that stuff on my channel. Check it out. It's fun. Okay, let me go and check out the live. Start here. Tashmir says she's back tonight crawling. And by the way, Tashmir, go to bed soon. But if not, I know that Tashmir gets her sleep in bits. And I like one of the things that Auntie Riva said on her live, which is so true, is she said that, you know, she finds the active content creation is just exhausting, and she'll get off a live or producing a video and she'll just like flop. Be gentle with yourself. If you're like, I'm going to do Vlogmas, or, you know, I just produced this video and I have 2 more to go, like just give yourself a break, because it's like mentally taxing. So I think that's true. Oh, I don't want to forget this. Auntie Riva Reveals has a couple of membership options for you. So go check out her channel, because the other thing that she's giving you, if you feel stuck, and I've talked about this before, is when do you pay for coaching? When do you not pay for coaching? I think you should think about coaching, or being in a small group, or paying for like courses if you can then act on that advice. But if you genuinely feel stuck, it certainly helps to have like a coach. And so Auntie Riva Reveals is offering different membership levels where you get some stuff super early. And just on that, where we talk about experts, Nick Niman live, he goes live with his brother, offers excellent technical advice. And I've been lucky enough to be on one of his lives where I just like asked a question and boom, got answer. I know that this is just personally, Tashmir follows Scott Rouse and their behavioralist panel, and she, you know, she has put herself out there to email and contact Scott Rouse, and then she's gotten responses back. So beyond YouTube, look at the impact of how just being a new YouTuber means how you go out in the world, like that you could do things you thought you never ever could have. And that was what was cool about seeing Draven go live, is that he's just in the hospital. Go look at his first live. He's just in the hospital, like taking us wherever he is. He didn't have any glitching. And then like he passes someone, it's like gives a shout out like, hey, so for those of you that are scared to go live, Tashmir as well, when Tashmir started, she went live on the streets of The Hague, and like you pass people, they just assume you're like talking on the phone with someone, like they don't even know you're going live. I went live for the first time with North Pole Alaska Katie, and I went out just to my there was a Halloween display next door, and then I said to my neighbor, hey, I'm going live, you know. So it's no big deal going live in person, and I'd highly recommend it. Okay, let me catch up to the chat. Sorry, guys. Dabby Bug, I'm not super consistent. One of my biggest downfalls. Sunflower, if you post too much, you'll get burned out. Yes. Although it is compelling, because I can't remember the name of the guy. I'll have to see. He was saying, so this is an interesting insider tip. He was saying that YouTube, for if you push the notification button and say like, give me all the like juicy stuff from that content creator, I think they were saying that YouTube doesn't like to spam you, so they send out like 3 notifications, or they put you up in terms of someone's face. So what he was saying he does is he has a financial channel. He puts out 3 targeted to his subscribers content, and then what he does is then he just plays. And his play on this financial channel is to talk about YouTube. So he said once he gets out his 3 videos to his subscribers, he just like puts other content on there just because he's testing the algorithm and seeing what things to do. Okay, I'm gonna catch up with the chat. Start here, Tashmir is saying at Dabby Bug, as long as you do what you can, you should be okay. Not everyone is able to post each and every day. Absolutely. And the thing I wanted to mention about that is if you can't post every day, think about using the community tab just to like just anything. And here's something, and this goes back to Gary Vaynerchuk's Crush It, is this is old school. People are like me, but it's called community tab for a reason. So some people, I think, were using the community tab to just say, this is what I've posted. Here's my new content. But I think Auntie Riva Reveals has shown us the way, and I've used it as well as Tashmir has used it. You know, it doesn't matter how big or small a channel you are. I think the community tab is just an awesome way to like shout out something cool that you've seen, another creator, small content creator, or in my case, because I don't use Notion, I don't use Evernote, I come across so many cool things I want to learn, things I want to get back to, and then I think I'm going to get back to the history on my YouTube. I don't. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm using my community tab to go, like, say if there's something I saw on, I'm trying to think of another content creator I'm following. I think his name is Robert Benjamin. You might see his pop-up ads come up frequently, but he sometimes tells us like amazing things. So I go, oh, I want to know how to make fantastic thumbnails, but I don't have time to listen to it right away. So I just like, boop, clip it, put it in my community tab. So that's another thing too you can do, is use it as your own little personal channel. It's my own little tutorial learning channel. And then, you know, it could help the community out as well. So when you don't have time to like post a short or a video, think about using your community tab to like shout someone else out, because we have just such amazing community of content creators, and it doesn't take anyone, it doesn't take much to make someone else's day. Start here, Tashmir. Let me see. Supreme. Oh, thank you. The Supreme Reaction just subbed to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. River Reveals writes 28-day increments, but I don't remember what she's writing that about, so someone else can probably figure it out. AJ, that's delayed by a week almost. I'm not sure. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, the one at the top is more accurate, actually. Oh, Start Here, Tashmir is giving me gems. Thank you. Start Here, Tashmir. Yes, there are more roads that lead to Rome. Yes. River Reveals. Oh, I have got to catch up with the chat. The one she just showed is delayed by almost a week, but one in the top right is closer. Oh, Sunflower. Everyone who's doing long form videos, make them a little over 8 minutes long so you can get 2 ads on it. Yes, Sunflower. Good chat. Good point. So here's the thing that YouTube says, but let's kind of caveat it. How long should your long form videos be? If you only have 6 minutes worth of stuff to say, just make it 6 minutes. But I was watching King Explicit talk about something, and then I think he was like at 7:45 or something, and he's like, shoot, and then he just kept talking. Yeah, if you're that close to 8 minutes, then go ahead, make it an 8-minute video. But it's true, when you have a longer video, it allows YouTube to put, I think it's like an ad at the beginning, what they call mid-roll, and at the end. So if you can go 8 minutes, go 8 minutes, but don't necessarily do it. And why I say that is North Pole, Alaska has just put out, when she went on her trip to Japan, like she had a choice, like does she wait and like upload a bunch of videos like later? So what she did is, and this is a tip for how you shoot your B-roll or how you shoot any videos this going forward. If you have videos that you're only shooting that are less than 3 minutes long, but over a minute, think about whether you want to shoot it horizontal. If you shoot a vertical video, YouTube has what are now called longer shorts. They will auto upload all vertical videos under 3 minutes. So if you're, and why that's not necessarily a good thing is that if you're wanting that video to be monetized, the YouTube revenue on shorts is so low. So if you've got some good stuff, think about going horizontal with that. Let's see. Oh, by the way, for those of you that missed earlier in the live, is my shout out to Todd, who's my ND Games or Mind Games. He recently just went live, and I just want to give a shout out to Todd because he's doing an amazing job. He is going live. Earlier, he was going live for extended sessions, 8 hours, 7 hours at a time, very, very long sessions trying it out. And he's almost ended up being like a little chat corner for the universe. And I think what he's done is a really beautiful thing is, we all don't know what our place is going to be here on YouTube. So as an example, if you watch Ali Abdal, he's a YouTube content creator, like one of the top. So if you don't know his channel already, please check it out. It's Ali Abdal, Abdal. He's also got a book out. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's called Feel Good Productivity. And the book is How to Do More of What Matters to You. But Ali was just talking about when he started out, he thought he was going to be like a music content creator, and he's left up these cringy videos because he just wanted to show people. Like he's a doctor that eventually became a YouTuber, but he finished his doctorate, and he also recently got married. He married a fellow YouTuber who was a doctor. I don't know if he met like through his YouTube school or if he met at medical school. But anyways, what I'm saying is you don't always know your YouTube journey, so don't necessarily be in such a rush to like niche down. Talk about anything and everything when you're just starting out small. So as an example, with my ND Games or Mind Games, he's doing a terrific job because I think in this virtual world and in real life, I think there's kids on their phones. There's even, other people that don't feel recognized, and they also feel isolated. And so he's done a very noble thing by just he's put in his video something called holding space. So if you haven't had a chance to check out his channel, he's just been there listening and talking and just being present. And one of the lovely things he does for me is when I visited, I noticed he hasn't done it for everybody, but Todd, I would say everyone could benefit when they leave your chat to get one of your blessings. So there's a couple people in this community where it's pretty amazing. When you can make Auntie Riva laugh, that's pretty amazing. With Tashmir, when she says, "Hello, beautiful," or when Tashmir's gone shopping and shot a video for me of poinsettias because she was so exciting, that is so awesome. But then when Todd gives you like a sincere blessing and wishes you well, it's just the loveliest feeling. So I'm really proud of our community for being there for one another. But as Auntie Riva has been saying is, how are we impacting our greater communities once we go out there in the world? It's pretty amazing. So sorry, chat, I'm going to catch up with you here. Supreme reaction. Make sure when you set up your channel, you disable links or people will spam your channel. Ooh, I don't know what I've done. That's interesting. Huh. Oh, Sharika Skates. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm sorry if I'm behind on the chat. So, for those of you that don't know Sharika Skates, um, she's doing some amazing things, and she's our only skater right now on the channel. But why I like Sharika is because if you haven't seen her channel already, what she's been doing is honest, authentic, and real. She has put the video camera on and said, this is tough in terms of like having to like film. And what I admire about her is that she then has said, but I'm going to go to the school. I'm going to videotape myself. Um, so whether or not you plan on roller skating, check her out because she offers some of the most honest, refreshing, authentic, and she's a natural the way she speaks. So the thing about it is you might not like it as an example. I may not ever want to pick up a pair of running shoes and jog along with Tom Griffin, but Tom is also another creator who is offering just everything he's learning along his YouTube journey. And so just know that initially when you see someone's channel, if you're not interested in their content, look at how they're talking about their subject matter, and that's something that we can learn from one another. So I'm looking to see, oh, by the way, with Sharika Skates, there's many of us that have requested like, hey, can you tell us like how to get into skating? So she's starting to put out some instructional videos. And if you follow her story, she was reluctant initially to come to YouTube. And I know for many of us, it's going to be not only hard, like having gotten here, but to keep on. So I think it's great when we can encourage each other and then also ask your viewers. And I think that Sharika put that in her one of her videos is she just said like what like just ask your viewers what kind of content you want, and then we'll all be like, yeah, we want to know about the elbow pads and all those other kinds of things. Riva reveals, what time is it, Riva? If you aren't, oh, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern time, 6 o'clock here. Let's see. Anthony, my time. Oh, thank you, Anthony. This is good. I'm sorry I haven't caught up with the chat. By the way, for those of you that don't know Anthony, my time, wisdom. Go visit out Anthony. Amazing, amazing things. Sharika, thank you for the compliment. Sunflower. Also, if you can't see other people's comments in the live chat, thank you for reminding everyone, Sunflower, is you push the buttons. It says push the 3 buttons at the top. Oh, yes, I forgot that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sunflower. Because I do want to do a video explaining to people how to be a good participant in a chat. But one of the things that happens in the chat is you'll be sitting there. I somehow figured this out, so I'm glad you reminded me. If you're in the chat and you're like, I'm not seeing everyone else's comments. What Sunflower is saying is push the 3 buttons at the top and you can change it to all messages. Otherwise, YouTube will just default it to the top messages. So yes, when you're a participant in live, it certainly helps to see like all the top messages. And by the way, I just want to mention a quick something about being on other people's lives. Is my first live that I attended and participated was with North Pole, Alaska. So how North Pole, Alaska Katie does her lives is she just takes every question, can be on any subject, and she just answers it. But then I went on someone's like Bible chat, but I didn't realize it. So I just jumped in the chat and then I was like asking all these questions. And then the moderator was very gracious. I think she said something like, this isn't quite on topic. And then she answered my question. But just know that when you're going on other people's lives, there might be sort of rules of conduct and try to be careful with that. Auntie Reva reveals, that's why I spoke about you, AJ, in my recent video. Oh, Glam Life with Stacy Facts. I'm sorry I'm behind here on the chat. Dabby Bug. Slow organic growth always wins. People that are truly into what you're making. And what I appreciate on this chat, thank you guys for joining me live, is I know a lot of you support Auntie Reva as well. And so thank you for all this, all these wonderful, wonderful comments. I'm going to see if I can catch up here. The Supreme Action says, if I don't sub to someone, I'll be just do a like and show a little support. Absolutely. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, and in case you're just joining the live and you haven't yet seen this, is King Explicit did a super chat where he had a bunch of people on, and Draven, Live in Your Truth DoorDash community, Draven was on that, which was super to see. North Pole Katie, hello, I'm getting ready to drive and we'll be listening. Oh my gosh. In case any of you haven't met North Pole Katie yet, go visit her channel. She's lovely. She's got all these videos of Japan where she's traveled recently, and she shows you lots of pictures of snow. And Katie, I keep sending people your way. Katie held my hand on my first live, so Katie, I'm sure, would be happy to help you out. And why I mean help you out is, if you don't know how to go live, just reach myself, Start Here Tashmir, North Pole, Alaska. There is something that you should know about going live, and that is it's helpful to have moderators. You can also ask Todd at My Mind Games, because he's gone super duper 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 live. But moderators will keep trolls from like taking up your chat. So what you will notice on some channels, but North Pole Alaska, Katie has a young man called Benny. Is it Benny Lives? Anyways, it's a young man that Katie actually met in Alaska. Has not a lot of content, but is just a lovely, lovely person who is, anytime he's on the chat, has been a helpful moderator. So think about moderators. I'm just gonna, okay, that was it. For Revo Reveals, the guest that was on Revo Reveals live was Toby Rich, and there was so many awesome comments, information and gems. And I don't know, Otlight offers congrats on 200, so thank you, Otlight. And I'm just gonna thank you for the 200. Yes. Reva's saying Netflix is scared. I'm glad everyone's saying to each other, hello, and goodbye, hello. And I'm just whizzing through this. And you know what's so funny? Oh, Start Here Tashmir. Start Here Tashmir reminds me. I was in This Little Shed of Mine live earlier, and yes, This Little Shed of Mine, if you haven't visited her amazing content, she is going through some medical challenges, but still makes a point of visiting everyone, saying hello. Big lover of Christmas. Wow, I must be really behind yet. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay. Oh, Tashmir is saying shorts are awesome to link to long form. You guys, and Tashmir will know this, is that I only intended to get on here for an hour, and it's an hour and 37, you guys. It's so great to see you. And I'm gonna have to whiz by this so that I can catch up, and I could have seafood soup that Norma's making. Okay, guys, let me see if there's anything else. Oh, you guys are talking to each other in the chat. That's so awesome. Resilient Queen, hello. Todd from Mind Games saying, Tashmir, I'm going to start a new live at 9:30. Going to take a break. Todd, I'm glad you are. I think from my ND Games, Todd has been saying that he's going to start doing 2-hour lives and take a break in between. Yes. And Auntie Riva with the gems. By the way, Auntie Riva's saying impact the world. I got to show you my phone, Riva, one day. Is my phone, all my where to access gems is by the question mark. So it takes a lot of question marks before I can even like get to the diamonds and gems, but I'm trying. Okay, Auntie Riva is booking out, if she hasn't already, because she's got to wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning. Or 5 in the morning, something crazy. You guys are leaving such awesome comments. Okay, I'm now caught up. Excellent, excellent. Look at, I haven't even gotten to all my notes. I hope I got to what you guys, what I promised I'd give you guys. And the rest we're just gonna have to catch up with some other time. But I tried to share my live numbers. I'm gonna go have dinner. But I really, really appreciate you hanging out with me and celebrating on the live. I'd say coming up at some point, Tashmir and I were going to go live together. So for those of you that haven't gone live, please try it. Go see North Pole, Alaska. Go see my ND Games, my Mind Games. Todd will be happy to help you out with going live. And also, go live together. Super duper 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 fun. So people asked Tashmir and I, because I think the videos looked pretty good, is what special software we're using. There is a function within YouTube that allows you to go live together. So you don't even have to do anything fancy. So just grab a friend, go live together, and it's pretty cool about how you can vibe. Okay, 140. Thank you so much, everyone. I can't wait to go back on the chat, check out what you guys are doing on your channels, and thank you for celebrating 200 subscribers, and I appreciate you all so much. And I'll see you guys soon. Okay, bye.